Ntate Mlangeni, such an honor to speak to you. Thank you so much, Papa, for your time. We heard of the very much sad and untimely news of Denis Goldberg's passing yesterday. And I suppose this conversation is about reflection on your relationship and your time, especially during the Rivonia trial. I mean, what do you remember the most of Denis Goldberg?
Good morning. What is your name?
Ntate Mlangeni, Kitumelo Mututwani speaking. What do you...
Tumelo,
Yes, Ntate.
Good morning, Tumelo, and your listeners. I'm sorry for this. I'm myself not well, but I'll try my best because we have lost a stalwart, an icon, a man who gave his whole self to the people of South Africa, but especially to the black people, because Denis Goldberg is a white man. During the time of apartheid, Denis Goldberg was free to enjoy the privileges that were enjoyed by all the white people in South Africa. It was not necessary for Denis Goldberg to join the African National Congress or Umkhonto weSizwe to fight for freedom. He had that freedom. As a white man, Denis Goldberg, like all other white people in South Africa, had their freedom,
right,
which a black man did not have. But Goldberg, and perhaps he could have taken from his mother, a very strong old lady who was very, very brave, did not fear the police, the special branch, did not fear the intimidation of persecutor during our case.
Right.
A very, very brave lady, old lady. I think Denis Goldberg took from his mother.
And on that note, Ntate Mlangeni, I would like to just come in there, Papa, if you would allow me, because you talk about his strength that perhaps he derived from his mother. And you remind me of, reading so much about how you stood alongside him during your trial in the dock. You were alongside Denis Goldberg. What do you remember of that time, Ntate Mlangeni, when you were alongside each other during that momentous time in history of the Rivonia trial?
I don't know what you mean by alongside Denis Goldberg. Denis Goldberg was accused number, I think, 3.
Okay.
And I was accused number 12. So I could not have been sitting next to him. But we're in the same case, my dear.
Right. What do you remember of that time, Tate?
I was telling you of Goldberg, the man called Denis Goldberg, that he had all the freedoms that every white person had in South Africa. But he decided to join the African National Congress, an organization which largely consists of black people, and to help us fight this devil, the apartheid policy of the National Party government, Denis Goldberg joined the African National Congress in order to be able to fight along with us against the apartheid policy. Denis Goldberg, even in court, he was very, very, very brave. Utah tried by all means to intimidate Denis Goldberg in court. Denis could never be intimidated by Percy Utah, who was the prosecutor. Yeah, very brave person.
Right. I have a few more minutes with you, Ntate Mlangeni, and before I let you go, if you may allow me, Papa, I only have a few more minutes with you, and I have to ask you. You are the remaining Rivonia trialist. The one we have left is Talandwe, who's alive right now. You've seen so many of your comrades, come and go. And when it comes to Denis Goldberg, what will you remember the most about him?
What I remember most of Denis Goldberg, even after we came out of prison, Denis decided to go and get a place which is not very far away from where the majority of colored people lived in Cape Town. I remember saying to him, Denis, why do you choose such an area of very poor people? Denis Goldberg said, I am part of those so-called poor people. I'm part of them. I cannot find myself buying a property or acquiring a property in a very rich area when the majority of people in South Africa live under squalor, under the conditions and in the conditions under which they were living.
Right.
He says, I cannot find myself living in such wonderful places when the majority of the people of South Africa live under terrible conditions.
Well, thank you so much. I have to leave it right there. Thank you so much, Ntate and Mlangeni. I wish we could have the entire day to reminisce on this moment in history which you shared with Denis Goldberg. But thank you so much for the couple of minutes you've shared with us right on ENCA. That is Rivonia, former Rivonia trialist Ntate Andrew Mlangeni, who, of course, was accused number 12. And Denis Goldberg, as he rightfully said, there was accused number 3. And they went through that process and that time in history together as he reflected on his life.